Hello, welcome back. It's so good to see you. So, today we are going to be looking through this little booklet and learning about paper airplanes. My son got this paper airplane kit, I think around his birthday last year. He's made several airplanes. So I asked him if I could borrow his kit, and he said yes. So I was thinking that we could have a video where we make some paper airplanes. But before we do that, I thought we could look through the instruction booklet and you could help me decide. So be sure to leave a comment on which one or few that I should make, and maybe sometime soon I will make them. But I thought it would be fun just to go through the booklet today. It comes with hundreds of sheets of paper. Hundreds. There's nothing on the back. Okay. But this is really cool because it tells you the history of the paper airplane. At least I think it does. Okay, yes. See, it all started in China. And then we've got construction tips and launcher assembly. And it looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 different airplane designs in here. You think there would have been 20, so it would be a completed little block. But look, there are different names for each one. We have the Classroom Classic, the Needle, the Fly, Phoenix, Cloud Dragon, Katana, Close Encounter, Tangent, Orbiter, Stealth Glider, Regal Eagle, Blue Yonder, Grasshopper, Fleur de Loup, Jolly Dodger, Swerving Dervish, Big Mouth, Star Sprite, and Mean Streak. So these are the names of the airplanes. So be sure to tell me which one you would like to see made. Okay, now I'm not going to read everything here, but it's still interesting, I think. It says it all started in China. We know from historical records that around 180, a Chinese government official named Kai Lun got the paper-making industry rolling. Did he also make the first paper airplane? How long before court officials were folding up old documents and sailing them out palace windows, we'll never know. It's not surprising that historical examples of paper airplanes are scanty, considering how costly and rare paper was for most of history. Mass production of paper didn't begin until the 18th century. As paper became more commonplace, it seems inevitable that some bored clerk or idle student discovered a great way to repurpose old ledger sheets or primer paper. We know for certain that paper airplanes were being made in America in the 1860s. A Civil War era children's book gives detailed instructions for making a classic dart design, and by 1881 the New York Stock Exchange was forced to post a warning that everyone who threw a paper dart at a member would be fined. What? So paper airplanes, no one knows where they started, but paper started in China. So if it wasn't for that, we would not have paper airplanes. Let's see, it says a good paper airplane requires good paper. Many writing materials on earlier eras like parchment wouldn't have worked well. Parchment is too heavy and too stiff to hold sharp creases. I don't know. I feel like I could make a paper airplane out of parchment. Maybe it's different. Because when I think of parchment paper, I think of the baking paper, you know. Let's see. What else? Aviation's paper origins. Paper airplanes have played a meaningful role in aviation history. 19th century inventors often used paper models to test their ideas before building the full-size craft. That's really cool. The swept wing. Swept wings are found on real aircraft too. They're used on jet aircraft to improve performance at extremely high speeds. Wing sweep delays the shock waves and accompanying aerodynamic drag that occur near the speed of sound. Interesting. Aerodynamics, big and small. This seems very sciencey. Lift, weight, thrust, drag. Paper airplanes are light enough to minimize the effects of gravity, meaning they don't need the specially shaped leading edges on their wings. I don't know what that means. Okay. The delta wing. A delta wing is a wing shaped like a triangle. This shape provides stability for light craft like hang gliders, kites, and paper airplanes. It's also a good configuration for aircraft that travel at supersonic speeds. Know your craft. The tail, lift flaps, winglets. Every paper airplane has its strengths and drawbacks. The first thing to look at is the wing's shape and configuration. As noted, models with swept back wing designs may handle high velocity launches well, but glide downward quickly. Other models will both launch well and stay aloft effortlessly. Some stunt planes have wing configurations that cause them to loop, stall, or reverse course. I would love to see like an air show like that. I think that would be fun. What's up with paper clips? Center of gravity. Okay. A bit of tape changes everything. That is true. Me and my son, we made this flying thing. It wasn't a paper airplane. It was probably about 2 years ago. We found it on Pinterest. And it just needed a piece of tape, and it flew like amazingly. It did like these loop-de-loop things. I don't know. It was cool. Mission. Have a good time. So when you're constructing, be sure you have a good time. Yeah, my son needs to be reminded of that because sometimes he makes them and they don't fly as well as he wants them to, and he gets very upset. But he is very sensitive, so. Let's see, construction tips. Find a clean, flat surface to work on. Read all the instructions before you begin building your plane. Some designs may require additional materials like scissors, tape, a paper hole puncher, or a paper clip, dotted lines on each pattern show where to fold for precise folds. Place a ruler along the dotted line and use that as a guide as you fold. To flatten your creases, use a cylindrical object to press down along the folded edges. Remember, if one of your first folds is off by too much, the error will increase over subsequent steps. Take your time and be precise. Oh, what? Launcher assembly. It says assembly, so we must have that. That must be in the kit. We haven't opened the entire kit. So maybe this is somewhere within those papers or something. Prepare your plane for launch. Yeah. Launch. We must have that. I'm gonna have to go through all the papers and stuff. It must be in there somewhere. Okay, let's look at all the different designs. Now, I think some of them are easier than others. Like it starts out with the easiest, which is the Classroom Classic. This easy design is the first one we usually learn. It's easy to throw, but also great for high velocity takeoffs from the launcher. Then we have the Needle. This variation of the Classroom Classic is simple and straightforward. It's built for speed. The harder you launch it, the further it goes. The Fly. Oh, look. It has like a little gauge of this is easy, so it must start out easy and then gradually get harder, It looks like a fly. Does it fly like a fly? You decide. You can create or fix a spiraling flight by bending one of the wings trailing edge up or down. Huh, that's cool. That's interesting. Okay, then we have the Phoenix, which is easy. The Phoenix is an unpredictable bird. Oh. It may loop upward or take a fiery, I don't know, dive. There's a dog outside. Oh no, I'm sorry. Throw it down and watch it suddenly rise up. You can straighten out its flight by adding 1 or 2 paper clips to the nose. But see, this is what I like about this kit, is because the pages actually come with these designs, so it will look like that or look like this when it's done, which I think is cool. My son definitely did this one because he wanted a dragon and it was easy. This unusual design has a stabilizing forewing known as canard. It may loop and turn a bit, but this glider is capable of drifting long distances before returning gracefully to the earth. Experiment with tape, paper clips, and launch velocity to discover what it can do. Then we have the Katana, which is also easy. Launched at high speed, this streamlined model slices and spirals through the air. A piece of tape on top of the fuselage will change its flight behavior. If it tends to fly downward, stabilize its pitch by adding a paperclip to the nose. Isn't that so cool? I think. Close Encounter. We made this one as well. I think we made this one too. I'm not sure. I only made one. I think I made this one. I think this is the one that I made because I thought it was interesting. It's like curved. I think it's supposed to look like a spaceship or something. It did not fly that well. I'm just gonna say that. Don't be surprised if this interstellar traveler tries to swoop straight up into space. The saucer-like wings give this craft an unpredictable loopy flight. That's what it was. It's unpredictable because it just, like, you throw it one way and it just does whatever it wants. Tangent, easy. Expect abrupt changes, of course, with the unpredictable tangent. It swoops and curves best with a soft throw. You don't need to use tape on this model. It performs better with an open fuselage. I don't know what that word means. I kind of want to do this one because it looks like a little spaceship. Come on. It's called Orbiter. Uh-oh. We've gotten to the medium, so that means it's a bit harder. Keep calm and carry cargo to near Earth orbit. It looks like it comes with several different designs. Stealth glider. These are both medium as well. Isn't that cool looking? I like that. Ooh, I like that one too. This glider likes to swoop through the air at medium speed. You can modify its behavior by taping the fuselage, whatever that is, or top flaps. Then we have the Regal Eagle. This soaring bird's streamlined design allows launches at any velocity. After folding the paper, leave the tail and fuselage open for a long, smooth flight. Oh, I bet that would be cool. Maybe we could make that one. Blue Yonder. This one's really pretty. I like greens and blues, so I like that. The Blue Yonder is a glider that lives up to its name. With a good launch, this far-flying craft will go sailing into the blue. Oh, that's cool. Look at this one. It's rainbow. Very cool. Grasshopper. This looks like a real airplane. Okay, grasshopper. The grasshopper has a shape reminiscent of classic bush planes made by Cessna and Piper. It's the perfect light craft for flitting here and there, and a little tape to hold the wings and tail together, or add a little tape to hold the wings and tail together. My eyes are starting to do that shaky thing, so it's getting hard for me to read. Fleur de Loup. Am I saying that right? Fleur de Loup? I don't know. I like this though. This looks very cartoony. I like that a lot. The Fleur de Loup is a natural acrobat capable of soaring, looping, and diving. Just adjust its wing flaps or taping its nose to change its flight behavior. I wonder if it tells you like put tape here, put tape here if you want it to do this or this, because it doesn't look like it. Jolly Dodger. This is like a pirate airplane or something. Okay, make sure the forward flaps are well creased, or you will find this dodgy vessel veering off. If it pitches upward too much, you can straighten out its course by adding 1 or 2 paper clips to the nose. Interesting. I love polka dots. Ooh, I also like this, like, what is that? Is that plaid? Buffalo check? I don't know, but I like it. I don't know why, but this, the way that it's written, it reminds me of like ice cream, and now I want ice cream. Okay, it says, a wild look for a wild ride. The swerving dervish has a swoop and stall flight pattern that makes for an unpredictable landing. Follow the lines as closely as you can when folding this plane. It has an intricate fold in step 8 that requires precision. Looks like you'll be tacking something in. That's interesting. Big Mouth. Have you ever seen that show on Netflix? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. this one is the first one that's hard, I think, right? Yeah, that was the last medium. This one is hard. This one actually looks really cool. It's like, what does this do? Okay, this odd tubular front actually stabilizes this model's flight. There are some difficult steps involved, so make sure you take your time and line up the folds correctly. That means it would be really difficult for me to understand. Star Sprite. This one's hard as well. It's really cool looking though. A sleek retro craft ready for the stars. The Star Sprite is one of the trickiest models to build. You'll need to fold very precisely, but the result is a slender and nimble spaceship perfectly suited for surfing alien moonscapes. Very cool. Oh, and the last one, Mean Streak. This is hard as well. This reminds me of like a candy cane or something. Oh, Christmas is so far away now. Okay, a streak of color and it's gone. This speedy plane loves a fast launch. Experiment with the winglets to make it fly straight or do tight spirals. Make sure that you fold carefully at the beginning. This will help you line up the tricky folds in steps 5 and 6. Oh, it does look tricky. Okay, so let's move it back to the beginning. I could probably make a couple in one video, and then maybe I could post a little clip on Instagram showing them flying in the backyard or something. Okay, so which ones would you like to see me make? I definitely want to do that just because it looks spaceshipy, but like I can't remember the descriptions, but I do want ones that will fly right, like this one was very disappointing. It just went wherever it wanted, really. But yeah, which one or ones do you recommend that we make? Let me know. Anyway, I really hope that you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon.